Okay, so hear me out. I don't know how to publish a book, but I made one, like an actual book, but it's pretty short. It has 16 chapters, I think. Yeah, 16 chapters, but the last one is like a page or two long. So, yeah, I guess I'll start reading from chapter 1. If you guys want another chapter, I'll do it either later tonight or tomorrow. I'll either do these, or I'll do these daily if I can, and sometimes I'll do 2 chapters in one night. I'm gonna start reading the chapter now. Chapter 1. The bell rings once every 6 months, and when it does, the town goes quiet in the way animals do before a storm. No one screams, no one runs. We've learned that panic doesn't help. Panic doesn't block sound. Panic doesn't stop the bell from threading itself into you and deciding what it will take. The bell is older than the tower it hangs above, older than the cliff it overlooks, older than the broken down houses the town pretends not to notice. It rings one time only, deep, slow, and full, like the world being struck with intent. If you hear it, you lose something that belongs to you, an object you bought, a thing you loved, sometimes a piece of yourself. And only you lose it. No one else sees the change if they didn't hear the bell. No one forgets you, no one treats you differently. You're left carrying the absence alone. That's the rule. Everyone knows it. Even if no one says it out loud. I was born knowing this. The way other kids are born knowing not to touch fire. By the time I was old enough to draw properly, my sketchbooks were already full of missing things. Empty hands, faceless people, rooms where something had been erased. Drawing and writing are the only ways I know how to keep things from disappearing completely. I draw what I'm afraid of losing. I write what I don't trust myself to remember. My name is Fernlick Lovelace, and I live alone in a house that should have collapsed years ago, with warped floors and windows that don't shut. Because my family died in a car crash, and there was no one to tell me to leave. People look at me and see a skinny girl with short pink hair I cut myself, doe eyes that make them think I'm softer than I am, freckles scattered across my face like I was dropped into them by accident, long eyelashes that make adults speak gently to me. My right eye is blue, my left eye is green. I don't correct people when they stare. I'm flat, quiet, and usually angry. I don't have friends. I stay single on purpose. I hate the idea of dating, hate the expectation that closeness is something you're supposed to want. I wear skirts and crop tops because I like them, not because I want attention. And the assumptions people make about that sit under my skin like splinters. I only talk when someone speaks to me first. And even then, my voice, sweet, soft, misleading, is usually used to yell. I'm overprotective. I guard what little I have left like it's already under threat. Some nights when the house creaks too loud and the quiet presses in too hard, I think about how easily it would be to stop feeling anything at all. The thought comes uninvited, heavy, and tempting, whispering that things have only ever gotten worse. That loss is the only pattern that sticks. I sit with it. I stare at the wall. I imagine the quiet afterward, and then something in me locks up, refuses, angry and stubborn. Like even the idea of leaving feels like letting the bell win. I don't do it. I never do. Pip is a week old when I decide I can't let him hear the bell. He's asleep in the bassinet beside my mattress on the floor, wrapped in a blanket I bought with money I found in a coat pocket that survived the crash. His mouth is open slightly, breath warm and steady, fists clenched like he's holding on to the world by instinct alone. He doesn't know about bells or bargains or ownership yet. He doesn't know sound can steal. The next ringing is 4 months away. I know this because everyone knows. The date is scratched into walls, written in margins, carved into memory. The bell doesn't surprise us. It waits. It lets dread do half the work. I sit beside Pip and sketch him by the light of a flickering lamp, my pencil pressing too hard, lines sharp with anger I don't know how to put down. His ears are small, pink, fragile. If he hears the bell, it will take something that belongs to him. I don't know what a baby owns yet, but the idea of the bell deciding makes my chest burn. Down the road, a man once lost the watch he wore every day for 30 years. A woman lost her voice, not how people heard her, but the sound itself, gone like it had been an object misplaced. Another neighbor lost a ring she loved so much she slept with it on. The spot on her finger was bare the next morning, and no one else remembered it ever being there. The bell doesn't take things violently. That's what makes it worse. It takes them clean. I heard it once. I was 12, standing too close to the cliff because I wanted to draw the ocean instead of going home. The sound rolled through me before I could cover my ears. The next morning, something I owned was gone. I still didn't write what it was. I still can't. That's why Pip won't hear it. The thought anchors itself in me, solid and furious. Not if I protect him. How? Not whether it's wrong, whether it matters. I tuck my sketchbook under the mattress and pull the curtains tight. The bell hangs just above its tower, visible if you know where to look. I always know where to look. I press my palms over my ears and imagine the sound anyway, the weight of it, the way it feels like it's learning what you love most. Pip sighs in his sleep, unaware of sound or loss or how close I am to breaking most days. I lean close and whisper to him in the soft voice I don't let anyone else hear. I'm still here. I won't let it take you. I don't know yet what that promise costs. I only know that as long as he's breathing, I am too. Outside, the sea crashes once against the rocks, deep and hollow, like something practicing. And that was the end of chapter 1. I might be reading chapter 2 later tonight. Most likely because that was kind of short. So, yeah, bye for now, I guess.